Hey guys, Nick17 here. It's been a while to say the least. I haven't really done a sit down video in over a month now. And it was for a good reason. I had to take a break, and it was longer than 2 weeks. I will admit, but I've just been thinking about making videos since then, and I already released my last video, which was Nico, Don't You Know? By the way, the response to that video was amazing. A lot of people seemed to like that video, and I'm very grateful. That was honestly one of the best videos that I've probably ever put out this year, so I'm glad you guys liked it. Anyway, as you guys know, I finally moved out, and now I'm in my new room. I've had to take the time to really get everything where they need to be, and I've taken time to organize and be like, well, what should I do here? What should I do there? It's been a mess, to say the least, to really get everything that was from the old house that comprised of like 3 rooms that I kept to myself, and that was my bedroom, the nano studio, and my old bedroom. And to combine all 3 of those into one, it's ridiculous. But I think I got the basics down now, and everything's pretty much set in stone in terms of like where everything is. The only stuff that's left would have to be like the nitty-gritty, like certain lights that need to be placed somewhere, or like little decorations or something. The room's going to change over time, obviously, but for the most part, I think I got everything down. Now, the 3 main goals before I show you the room were as follows. 1, I needed to look like a video store. That was one of my biggest priorities, because something that I really loved about my last room before I moved out was the room was starting to look like my own personal video store. So it had DVDs everywhere. It had certain stuff that made it look like a museum, and there was snacks and candy. And I just really love that theme. I forgot how much of a movie fan I really am. And I forgot how much video stores really affected, my influence on making films. So I really wanted to bring that back into my life. And as a fellow movie buff, it's really something that I noticed within the film nerd community, that there are some people who keep rooms that are devoted to films and old physical media, and I love that. So wanted to bring that back, and now I have it back. I think I balanced it out this time compared to my last room, though. There's not too much video store vibes here, but at the same time, I think it's enough where you walk in and you feel like you're kind of like in a video store, or there's like a piece of a video store, and I don't know. The second thing would have to be, it had to be workout efficient. So as you guys know, or at least some of you guys know, I'm really into lifting, and when I had to leave the old house, that meant having to take all of my gym equipment and putting it into somewhere that would fit. And unfortunately, stuff like my power rack and the punching bag and all that bigger stuff, they had to be put into a storage unit. So the only things that I could really salvage was my dumbbells and my bench. So I had to learn how to get that into my room and mix it with the video store. But I think it works with what I have right now. Third thing was that I wanted the room to have the highlights of a Japanese bedroom. Now, I know this all sounds so weird, but I promise I think I did my best to make everything work, because everything kind of nailed it with those 3 points that I needed for my room. Now it's just like the nitty-gritty details. Anyway, that's enough for me talking here. Let me show you the room. here it is. This is my bedroom setup. I'll first take you on the video store section of my room. So as you can see, my desk is kind of in like this corner. At first, this whole entire setup was actually over here, but the space was so cramped and the DVD shelf was actually over here with this. And not only that, there used to be like this bike right here, so everything just felt so cramped in this corner that I decided to just move everything. But yeah, this is where my desk is currently. I just added some new details, so if you guys notice something different from here, from the beginning, that's why. Okay, let's show you around. So this is my video store. I really wanted it to look like I took like a small piece of like a Blockbuster or any video store and just like put it in my room. Like that's kind of the goal of what I want my room to be. And I think it's pretty decent. It's definitely not done. I keep saying that, I know, I'm sorry, but the truth is I'm never satisfied, and I think it's pretty good so far. This shelf in particular looks really nice because it has the bulk of the films that I have right now. Let me show you. This is divided up in genres. So down here are animation and cartoon movies. Over here are more action and kind of like sci-fi. So there's Die Hard and Star Wars, and obviously there's John McClane right here. Then up here is my favorite section, and that's the Godzilla and Kaiju section. So there's Godzilla, Gamera, King Kong. But yeah. And then up here are actual real DVD boxes that I accidentally stole when I was a kid, I guess. But this is the old Blockbuster covers that you would rent out if the film that you wanted didn't have its original box. And then this is actually a game box that you could also rent since Blockbuster had games back then. And I guess the game that I got back then was Brawl, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, over here on this side is just where I actually work. I wanted it to feel kind of like a cash register desk where people would come up and, you know, rent out the DVDs. This is an actual real Blockbuster card that I used to use when I was a kid. So it was really cool when I found this, and I just keep it on my desk now because it looks legit. And then over here is the bubblegum machine. For those who don't know, there used to always be some kind of bubblegum dispenser somewhere. So I kind of just like to keep it on my desk, and yeah, it looks pretty good. Then over here is my bonsai tree. Nothing too special about it, but it, I don't know, gives some nature vibes in the room. And I really like this lamp here. I really love the warm coffee stain that it gives out. Makes this whole corner feel super cozy and nice, and I just feel really, really comfy whenever I'm working now. So then here's my setup, my computer setup. Nothing too fancy here. This is just my RGB keyboard and my mouse, same monitor. And then over here is my DVD player, actually, my portable DVD player that you can open and put in your DVD. Right now it has the equalizer. And sometimes whenever I'm working, I just put on a movie, then choose from my shelf, put it in. So yeah, pretty nice. And I just put this up here, Be Kind, Rewind. Just adds a little bit more of a feel of a video store. Then over here, actually, I think I missed the New Arrivals. I obviously made this myself. But I think I want to replace it one day with like an actual sign that says New Arrivals, and maybe put that somewhere on the wall. I don't know. Over here is my fireplace. Sometimes I like to, because it's getting colder, I really like to keep this on, and it even has like Christmas music. Yeah. And to just add to the effect, I turn on my heater over here so that the room is nice and toasty and all that. So yeah, we can keep that on while we're touring around here. So let's move on to over here. This is where the original video store used to be. It was just this one section right here, and that was stacked up onto this shelf, but it felt so claustrophobic over here, so I had to fix it, and now it looks so much better. It's a lot more plain over here than I want it to be, so this will probably change at some point. But right now it's kind of like the other side of the video store. I really like the top up here showing Back to the Future, and then this futuristic hat that I bought a while ago because it kind of looks like the hat that Marty wore in Back to the Future Part 2. Down here are just my Blu-rays, and then there's VHS, and then down here are kind of like the miscellaneous movies. So some of these are actually films that I made when I was young, before YouTube. I really love that I made these because it makes me feel legit having DVDs of my own films. And then over here are just some other films. There's Gremlins in the back, spare parts, just other movies that I've always kept around, and some new movies like 21 and Over. I just bought this from Dollar Tree. I have yet to watch it, but it looks cool, so I decided to get it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video store section. I know it doesn't look like much right now, but I'm still working on it, and it probably won't be finished until later. So let's move on to the gym. Okay, so right here is the home gym. Now, I'm currently staying in an apartment, and that meant that all of the workout equipment, like my power rack and the punching bag and the dip bar, they had to be put into a storage unit because they were just too big. All of my gym equipment used to be in my garage, but there just wasn't enough space in the apartment for me to put all that stuff in. Not just yet, at least, because I'm still limited to mainly my room, since the rest of the apartment is pretty filled up with other family stuff. So once all that stuff gets out, then I'll probably be able to move the home gym into the living room or another room or whatever. But right now, I really love this. My apartment actually does have a gym, but I honestly didn't love it. It was first off, there wasn't much in there, and also because of the fact that there wasn't much, there was always never enough space because there was people always coming inside there to always use it as well, and the maximum capacity inside there was always like maybe 5 to 7 people at most, and I just didn't want to deal with that working out, and I really missed having my own workout setup. So this is what I got. I'm glad I got these a while ago. These are my dumbbells. They're adjustable, so I don't have to worry about having a whole rack of dumbbells, and it makes me feel really happy that I have that option. Down here are my supplements bucked up, and then I got some creatine. Why does my camera keep being out of focus? I hate this. Here is my bench right here. Really love this thing. I'm glad I have it. It's getting pretty shaky though, so it's not in the best condition anymore, but it still works, so I love having it. And then I just put this up here behind me. I think it just adds a little bit more of a look to my home gym, just having that there. And also it kind of fits since the room is still supposed to be a video store technically, so this kind of makes it feel more like a home gym in a video store. So I really wanted that kind of a look. Over here is my bed. Nothing too special about it. There's my pillows. I got my sword on the side over here. Still really glad that I got this last year for my birthday. Okay. Oh, what happened here? Then over here are just my closets. Nothing super fancy about it, but I do make it a rule to myself and to anybody else that whoever comes in here, if they open the closet, they have to close it, because if we were to leave it open, it kind of ruins the look of everything. It makes it feel now like it's a bedroom because look at all that stuff inside there. So the closet's essentially just my storage unit. I originally wanted it to look nicer, but I had way too much stuff when it came to moving, so now I just shoved everything inside here to make everything fit. Here's the whiteboard that I use for Nano World episodes, by the way, if anyone's curious. But it's just been sitting inside here for now. Oh, ignore that. The one cool thing about my room, though, is that it has lights. They're motion sensor. I put a thing here, and whenever you come inside, you can do that, and they turn on. And they show off all of my Godzilla figures, so I thought that was really cool. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. Over there is just another shelf full of stuff. I don't want to bore you guys with unnecessary content, so this is essentially my room. As you guys can see, it's a work in progress, but the three aspects of the video store, the home gym, and the Japanese kind of highlights, I think I nailed it. So now it's just the time to put in the nitty-gritty and the decorations, especially with Christmas coming up. I definitely want to put in some more Christmas themed type decor inside here. I don't know how it can fit, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I've been up to, and yeah, I'm really glad to be back on the platform, and you know, I've missed you guys so much. But I'm getting back to work. New Nano World episode has finally been scripted, and now I'm just in the process of recording lines for it. And then once I get through with that, then I'll be able to start animating. It's gonna take a while, but get into it. All right, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Nano17 here. Bye. By your side, I had a little taste and I only spoke